Hello everyone, this here is the LEGO Harry Potter Aragog and the Forbidden Forest. And this set comes with 195 pieces and it retails for $20 in the United States. And this set comes with 2 minifigures as well as this little side build here. And we'll take a look at those later. But for right now, I want to start off with the main thing that you're paying for here. And that is Aragog here. And I would say that this is definitely the best Aragog that LEGO has ever done before. It just looks a lot like Aragog, and it really just looks a lot like just spiders in general here. And I think a big reason for that is the design of the legs here. These legs look really, really good. They're long, and they're kind of thin, and they just look really good. And I feel like this spider gets kind of the proportions as well of Aragog correct. He's kind of like a very low spider, low to the ground spider here. And yeah, I think it just looks really good. But the body section of Aragog also looks really well here, especially this front part. And these pieces here, I believe these are called like the pedipalps here. And these parts just look really good here. The way that they're kind of like rounded off at the end there, they look a lot like how, how real spiders, how that part on real spiders looks. And the face for Aragog there, I think looks pretty good as well. That is a printed piece there, and I think that looks really good. And there's also lots of articulation on this as well, which is pretty good to see. You can angle this part on the back here up and down. There are, I believe, like 3 spots. Yeah, 3 there that you can angle that. And the legs here, you also can pose. You can kind of angle these pieces here like that. And you can also angle them, up and down here if you want to get different poses out of it. So this is definitely a very posable thing here. And you can also angle these pieces here on the front. And you can angle these pieces here as well if you want it to kind of look like it's in more of like an attack kind of position there. You can angle those parts on the front there, and that looks really good as well. So yeah, overall I think that this is definitely the best Aragog that LEGO has done by far, for sure. And the only thing that I think could have been better about this is if the color was darker. I think they should have gone maybe with the darker brown color here. I think that would have been better, because I know that in the scene that they're depicting here from the Chamber of Secrets, Aragog is in like the Forbidden Forest, and it's a pretty dark scene. So I don't know what color Aragog is actually supposed to be, but I think they probably should have gone with a darker brown. I think that would have been better here. But the overall design of this here is very, very good, and I just think it captures the look of Aragog very well here. Here is the side build that comes in the set here, and this part is pretty small here, but I do feel like it was done fairly well here. It does have 2 spiders on it here as well, and it actually has clips on both sides of it here. So if you got multiples of these here, it looks like you could actually probably clip them together and make, a longer thing here. But yeah, I think that this was done. It doesn't use up a whole lot of pieces, and it's just a nice little kind of side build here to put Aragog next to. So I feel like this was done, pretty well here. Here are the Harry and Ron minifigures that come in the set here, and I feel like both of these minifigures look pretty good here, especially the design of the torsos there, and especially Ron's there for sure. I really like that checkered pattern that he has there, and the headpieces on these minifigures are both the same headpieces that they've used for a long time now for kind of the younger versions of the characters. And yeah, the alternate faces are, of course, the same that we usually see on those heads there. And again, on the back of the torsos there, just continuing that great torso design there, especially Ron's there with more of that checkered design here. So this set retails for £18 UK, $20 US, and 20 euros. And I feel like all of those prices are honestly pretty good for this set here, especially considering that the previous Aragog set retailed for $15 US. And I actually do have that set, and I did want to compare really quick the main Aragog spiders here, because I figured that would be an interesting comparison here. So let me just move these minifigures out of the way here, and I will do a quick comparison here, because I did want to show what these look like next to each other here. And the difference here is definitely pretty significant, especially considering that this one retailed for $15, and I actually did adjust this one for inflation, and it would actually retail for $19 if it came out today. So only really a $1 difference here. And you're getting, I feel like, a lot more with this set here. Now, also, the tree here was a little bit bigger on the previous one. This is what the tree looked like in the previous set. So you can kind of compare the 2 trees. The old one definitely was a little bit bigger here. But the Aragogs here, just the 2 sizes of the different Aragogs is pretty significant here. This new one is much, much larger, and the legs are definitely bigger on this new one for sure, which definitely makes it look bigger. But even just looking at the center section here, the center section is definitely bigger, and this one looks better as well. So, not that I thought this one looked bad, I still thought this one looked pretty good, but this new one is definitely superior for sure. So, yeah, I feel like the price of this set definitely doesn't look... The price of the set definitely isn't too bad here for sure, especially when you look at the previous set here. And I didn't think the previous one was bad. I thought the price of the previous one was pretty good there. Just, you know, all things considered of what you got there in that set. So, I feel like the price of this one is definitely pretty good here. The set itself is pretty good. So, and I mean, yeah, there's not really much I have bad to say about this here. This is just a very good set. And it's also a great way to get a good Harry and Ron minifigures of both of those characters there if you don't already have those minifigures. This is just a nice, cheap, easy way to get those two minifigures. So, yeah, overall, not a whole lot bad to say about this. Mostly just good. And I think really the only complaint I have about this is I just wish the Aragog maybe was a little bit of a darker, Lego's darker brown color. I think that would have been better. But overall, I feel like this is a pretty good set here, and I would highly recommend it. So that'll do it for this review here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one.